everyone and welcome back to our channel Forensic Mart. Today we are here with a case study related to human trafficking. Human trafficking states that it is a trade of human for the purpose of forced labor, sexual slavery or commercial sexual exploitation for the traffickers or others. It includes all genders and age groups, either a young boy or a girl to the adult man or a woman. So today we are here with a case study of a young girl from Darjeeling to Delhi, the story of a young girl who was trafficked. Introduction. MARG, Mankind in Action of the Rural Growth, is a non-governmental organization based in Darjeeling, West Bengal. This region of the northeastern part of India is vulnerable to human trafficking. Many young girls and women are trafficked to Delhi, Maharashtra, Haryana, and Punjab for prostitution and forced marriages. West Bengal has also emerged as a hub for agents and traffickers sending women and children to the Middle East for forced labors. This is due to lack of awareness, less work opportunities, and frequent natural disasters which push women and children into the hands of traffickers. Case study. It is about a 14-year-old girl, Tina. Tina's father came to me one night and reported that his 14-year-old daughter had gone missing. Something told me that this was a case of human trafficking that required urgent attention. We lodged a complaint at the local police stations, and my NGO Mark also started investigating this case. So here the Tina's father goes to the member of NGO Mark and says that his 14-year-old daughter is missing, and the NGO member said that it is a case of trafficking and it requires urgent attention on it. So they lodge a complaint in the local police stations, and the police stations and the NGO started investigating this case. As a starting point, I went to Tina's school and spoke to her friends. After speaking to 25 girls, I was able to gather bits and pieces of information. I was told that she has lost her mother and her father was an alcoholic and used to beat her up. She used to spend long hours on the phone talking to a boy named Rajan. Her friends from the school also gave us information about the four other boys she used to talk to. We spoke to each of the boys and narrowed down our search. So at the starting point, the NGO member went to the Tina school and spoke to her friends. By speaking about to 25 girls, they collected a bit of information, and they also get to know about that Tina's mother was no more and her father was an alcoholic person and used to beat her up. And they also get one information about a boy named Rajan that Tina used to talk with. And they also give the information about the four other boys with whom Tina used to talk. When then showed her photograph to all the taxi stands in the vicinity, and one driver recognized her. After the investigating in the school and collecting information from the Tina's friend, they showed the photograph of Tina to the taxi drivers, and one of them recognized her. He had driven her from Darjeeling to Siliguri, and he said that during the drive she was constantly talking to a person named Rajan who was located in Delhi. This case haunted me. I visited to the local police stations, and at the same time I kept in touch with the Tina's grandmother. One day her grandmother called me and said that she has received a call from Tina who was in Chandigarh. I took the number and traced it. Tina had actually called from the Delhi. I contacted CBI in Delhi and informed them about this case. Once we had her location, CBI conducted a raid and she was rescued. After being recognized by the driver, the NGO officers took the visit to the police station and said, and he also kept in touch with Tina's grandmother, and once Tina's grandmother received a call from her and she was in Chandigarh. So the NGO member took her number and traced it, and actually the Tina was called from the Delhi. And after that, the NGO member contacted the CBI in Delhi and gave the information about this case. Once they had their location, the CBI conducted a raid and she was rescued. Social stigma. So, whenever a girl or a woman is trafficked, and after that, there are many changes, or we can say many aspects in the society too, which let down the girl and affect her mental health. Repatriations and reintegration of the survivor in the community is another huge challenge. Survivors are faced with a stigma and are often not welcomed back into their own families and homes. In most of the cases, they prefer not to go back to their villages. In Tina's case, too, she did not want to go back to her village, and instead of that, she wants to stay in Delhi and continue her studies. So, in Tina's case, as she didn't want to go back to her village, instead of that, she wants to stay in Delhi and further she wants to continue her study. Nirnay says Tina insisted on staying in Delhi, and so they arranged for her to relocate to a state run shelter home in Delhi. She is now studying, and her favorite subject is maths. When the officer or the NGO member came down to the Delhi last time he met her, he asked her what she wanted to do when she grew up, and she told that she wanted to work with the NGO Mankind in Action of Rural Growth. She said that she would never want any girl to go through what she has to. Preventive measures. The Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, has taken a number of measures to prevent and counter human trafficking in the country. This includes the setting up of 225 specialized anti human trafficking units across the country, sensitization programs for the police, and training of prosecutors. To know more about the services available in India for victims of human trafficking, read UNODC's latest country assessment, that is United Nations Office of Drug and Crime, current status of victim service providers and criminal justice actors in India on anti-human trafficking. Thank you for watching the videos, and for more such case studies, subscribe our channel Forensic Mart and press the bell icon to get notified for each and every upcoming video in the Forensic Mart.